day, listeners. Welcome to another program of Unlock Your Potential. We take you from where you are to where you want to go. I am Cristina Swan-Awagah, your host, and in today's program, we will be focusing on the School of Continuing Education. But before that, we just want to remind you that this program is produced in collaboration with GIS, and it's aired on TV channel 12 or 22 on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. and a repeat on Saturdays. And we are very thankful for those of you who have continued to view our program. We will appreciate your feedback as well. You can send us feedback. We would give you contact information as we come to the end of the program. However, in today's program, we would like to welcome with us Donisha James-Lenoble and Miss Catherine Julien. Welcome.
Hi.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. Thank you. Good morning.
I'm happy to have both of you on the program. We have them via Zoom, so you may notice that you would hear them a little bit, different as if they are coming from a call, which is exactly what is happening. Considering the busy schedule, I would like for us to focus on the experience at TAMCC. And first of all, I would like for any one of them to tell me how they would have heard about TAMCC, first of all, before applying to TAMCC.
Well, I've heard about TAMCC a while now. First hearing about TAMCC, I never was aware that they had any programs for continuous education. I thought it was just mainly for students leaving high school and looking to further their education. But in listening to media and everything like that, got aware that they have classes where working people could take. It fits within your working schedule. So I was excited about that.
Awesome. Tell me, Donisha, how did you hear about TAMCC?
I heard it since I'm going to school. I've always wanted to have a tertiary level education. And as I agree with Catherine, I did not know that they had offered school classes in the evening. And I was looking up to go to UE, and then one of my friends was like, "Do you know that MCC offers School of Continuing Education in the evening?" I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm happy to finally meet one of my dream." And then I applied.
Right. So we see how word of mouth information is very, very important. And we really appreciate that person who would have shared that information with you. But before we continue, we just want our viewers to understand why we have both of you on the program today. TAMCC have decided to highlight some of their students. And we would start today, in today's program, with the School of Continuing Education. And we have Donisha and Catherine simply because they are students with a GPA of 3.5 and above within the academic year of 2018 to 2019. So therefore, they have displayed qualities of excellence, and hence the reason why we are highlighting them today. And we would continue to highlight others throughout our programs as we move on in the future. But I want them now to tell us why they would have chose the School of Continuing Education, even if they would have mentioned it a little bit in their first response, but exactly why you chose the program you chose and why the school.
I would say I choose School of Continuous Education because it fits within my schedule for work. After all, if I'm not working, I would not be able to pay for classes. So I was happy that I didn't have to quit working to go back to school. It's something I always wanted to do, and I was really thankful that it fits within my schedule. And I choose to do social work. And my reason for doing social work is because I have a passion for persons, for people in general, especially put people in vulnerable position. And if I need to narrow into more, I will say children. So I choose to do social work because when I think about the courses it's offered, when you go through all the courses, it's a well-rounded course which gives you the know-how to get about different things, and you can use it as a stepping stone to get to other things that I would like to do as an individual. So choosing social work for me is because my passion for persons, and I wanted to be in a informed position, I should say. So go in and do that course with all the different courses it entails, family and health, counseling, social problems, all these things it entails. It creates this avenue where it creates a well-rounded person, puts you in the know, the law. They even have a course which deals with law and social work. So you have an idea of all different factors. So it will put me in a position where I will be more, should I say, qualified, have a better understanding, a better knowledge to go into the social work field, knowing that I have the information.
While you're at it, Catherine, before we take Donisha, you would have mentioned that you will be better informed, you have a love for children, etc. Now, after your graduation, you will have an associate degree in social work. What are your plans moving forward in the future with such a degree?
I will like to give back to the public without any forms of monetary money coming into me, because I see it as being in a position where I can assist, especially with reaching out to persons. I consider myself wanting to be an advocate, like to have a voice for persons who don't have one, like to encourage persons. Somebody wants to, even some of the social programs they have, a lot of green agents, some of them not aware of it, want to be in a position to be a link to guide them towards these programs, or even to assist young persons to do with the beginning, because CC it have um, opportunities and avenues that can assist them, and some people are not aware of it. So you understand? So I see myself giving back without even looking for any rewards from the beginning, because it's the passion I have, and I just want to be able to assist in that way.
Thank you so much, Catherine. I know that that's what our country needs. We need self-sacrificial persons. We need persons who are willing to give human service. And I am looking forward to see you in the future within other different platforms.
You will
Donish,
most definitely.
great, great. Donisha, tell us why the program you chose and what you intend to do in the future with
Money.
the degree.
Okay, I choose the SCE department because it allowed me to go to work and still attend school. As an adult, we don't really get free money or the privilege as back in the past. Parents, I grew up from a poor family, and they did not have that fund to send me to a tertiary level education, and I'm allowed to work and still go to school at the same time. My intent, the program I'm in is business studies, majoring in business management and accounting. My intention after getting my associate degree is to go to university to get my bachelor's. And also, I will be very honored and happy to share to persons some of the knowledge that I have gained there. Looking at my community, I'm seeing that there's not much entrepreneurs. A lot of our foreign investors are the ones that's coming into here. Um, some of the new entrepreneurs are, they don't really understand that sometimes you don't get off the ground right away. You have to work and you need to have the knowledge and experience. In the SCE department, I am gladly to be surrounded with persons who is either a sole trader or persons who has some of experience opposing from children who just students have just come from secondary school. They have not had the experience of work, nothing, no expertise really to pass down. I'm just that those who just immediately come from secondary school, because I'm aware that some adults they do go take the full-time program. But I'm happy to be surrounded with a vast knowledge of persons with experience that can share with me. If they falter in that part of the business when having class discussion, I'm able to bring that there. A lot of business throughout the world, they having problems in managing either the business or the financial aspect about it. And it's really important to have someone there to help manage or oversees the financial aspect of a business. Thank you.
Awesome. That is really one of the highlights of the School of Continuing Education. You get to meet professionals within the field. You also get to do some form of networking. So you now get to meet persons who are already within the field that you can actually, get information from, or also get assistance in the future when you want to start out your own business. So I'm really happy that you've had that experience, and I want you, both of you, to share with me what your experience is within the program thus far, based on your expectations when you were coming in into,
The two,
and now that you are in, how do you feel about the program?
I'm pretty comfortable within the program, I must say. The tutors, I need to kudos to them. The tutors at MCC, they work with you. They understand that you're working persons and you have your family to tend to, you have work, and sometimes it's the pressure. So, sometimes they even give you their cell phone number and say, you know what, you can contact me, you're having difficulties with this, you can contact me, send me an email. So within the program, I must highlight the tutors at MCC. They work with persons, they work with you. It's not just you go there, they teach what they teach, and then after the class they head home and that's it. Sometimes I have experience calling tutors on Sunday evening to get clarity on certain papers, the due date, and these things, having any problem, and they're there to work with you. So within the program, I have no difficulties. I'm rather comfortable, and I would like to say kudos to the tutors at the T.A. Marisho Community College.
Donisha, what about you?
I didn't know what to expect coming to a tertiary level school. I I thought it would have been difficult. Well, there is challenging in academics, but I didn't really know what to expect. I thought that I would be alone. I was actually scared to come into, because I was like, what if I don't understand something? How would the teachers react? Because I'm hearing everybody else's opinion of their experience in school. Not really Tam Sisi, but everybody has the two pens in conversation. And then when I get there, I was like, okay, I first tell the teachers that I'm shy. I'm I'm shy and I'm afraid. I am afraid. And then getting to know the teachers and the students, they're very supportive. As Catherine says, she calls Sunday evening. Sometimes I get teachers 11 o'clock. Sometimes I'm broken. I don't understand. And they get to share their experience as what they have been through. And they even share tips of how they're able to achieve this, and they always encourage you work on your weaknesses. They're very motivative. And
I must say
sometimes
that too.
there are days I feel like to quit. Honestly, there are days I feel like quitting, and the teachers are like, I was like that too, but you have to push forward. They make you feel like a family. Personally, they close to you. They don't judge you. They patient. They don't treat you. They don't have this yes, they have expectation that students to excel, but they don't separate you or judge you. If they realize that you're not quicker than some of the students, they give you TLC in that area to keep, and they don't leave you. They make sure, or they pull you aside and say, okay, you're having trouble, you're free to ask questions, not
That
to
is
talk
true,
about class,
Donisha.
but you are free to ask questions, to be yourself. The discussion, it's amazing that, and when I leave school, I'm like, because not every single thing you can relate to in a class setting, but I'm able to relate it, to go out there and I'm like, I understand what my teacher has been saying. So it has really been very informative for me.
Really, really nice. I'm happy to hear your experience, and I'm sure it's the experience of many of the other students within the program. Can you highlight any one of your courses that you would have really done, and you can say you can apply the information when you leave, or you would have enjoyed it for some specific reason or the other? Can you
When I first heard,
us any one of those courses?
well, one of the courses that stood out for me, well, two in particular, but the one I'll highlight is Introduction to Psychology. When I first heard about it, I was like, okay, then psychology, is to deal with the brain, how people think. And the in-depth the tutor went to make a correlation with society and human beings and how we react to different things stood out a lot for me. It gave me a greater understanding of people, the way they do things, how they react to certain things. And it's not just because they want to. I have a better understanding. Sometimes it's because of the environment, how they're socialized. So being in that position to see people do things before, maybe I would have been more judgmental. But now that I understand that certain people react a certain way because of how they're socialized, their environment, how they think, maybe they might have some kind of brain problem, learning disability that we're not aware of. It gives me a better appreciation for persons, and it helped me as an individual in how I react to persons, comments I might make. It's just amazing.
So, Catherine, you can say now that you are enlightened. That's what really education does. It helps you to see the world now from a different angle, a different view, and you better understand, yes, what is happening before you. So, I'm happy because that's what education should do for you. Donisha, what is your experience?
In terms of all the accounts course, really helped me a lot because going into the world, I couldn't understand, well, why you hearing so much good about business, but you don't understand why is it in bankruptcy or what's happening. And it gives me a bit of hands-on information as to what causes businesses to go into bankruptcy, the debtors, the creditors, and I understand a lot of terms and this definition. And two, in terms of the business part, there's two specific courses that really teach me a lot. One of it is management of people. It shows how much that conflict resolution is important in business throughout across the board. You not to be hot tempered. They talk about the types of motivations, how it is important to an individual. Even also the fundamentals of marketing, and it shows how marketing is so important to a business. And one of my teachers was saying a lot of reasons why some business are not out there is because they have not put much emphasis in marketing, and this is the first thing people see. And it really shows me a lot. The way I used to think, the way I used to process it, the courses have helped me to have a different perspective. There are many times I would think that, oh, I'm right in my approach. But when I'm in college, I was like, damn, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what have I been thinking? And it really helps me. It helps me grow as an individual, the way I communicate, the way I speak, how it is important. It teaches you how about we used to times that you would expect people to think the way that I'm thinking or behave the way that I should behave, but that I'm not supposed to think so. I'm supposed to be open minded. If in
Yeah.
my critical thinking course, it
Oh, yeah.
really
I can
it
side with you, the critical
of
thinking course.
that.
Yeah.
It also makes me feel guilty of so many things and I used to think and say, and it just makes me a better person. And I hope I continue to be a better person.
Awesome. That's what
Thank
life
you.
is. We are not
Yeah.
perfect. So you get to re examine yourself and you get to
Yes.
see how you have grown. And you will also be able in the future to help someone else to also see things from your end because now you're better able to explain what is exactly happening. So before you were just having an experience, but you didn't understand why. Now you understand why you are having that experience. So it's a positive thing to see your flaws and also look forward towards growth. Um,
Yeah.
Given the fact that you both of you were selected for this program due to your GPA status, I want you to share with our viewers because I'm sure that there will be students also listening. What would have been the contributors
Why?
to your success thus far within the program?
The main one that was standard. Remember your why. Why am I? Why did I get into this? Why am I doing this? The reason behind it. Because they have times when you feel so overwhelmed with so much to do, and you tell yourself, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I had that, and then I remember the why. Why did I do this? This is why. I remember the why. I want to be in that position. So if I quit now, it will hamper me from getting there. Another thing is support. Your support structure. May it be from home or within the School for Continuous Education, because I'm surrounded with a group of lovely ladies who, whereby we support each other. Some persons, everybody have their strong point and their weak point. So the support goes a long way. If it's from friends, from home, my aunt, persons will just support you. Because whenever I do a paper and I get grades, I will share it with them and be like, good job, I know you got it, all these things. It just helps you keep the post, keep you going there. Another thing is getting papers done on time. You might get an assignment and it's due maybe in the next 3 weeks or in the next 2 weeks. You don't say, okay, then it's not due tomorrow, so I just leave it there and maybe 2 days before you hurry something. No. As long as you have the time, you tend to it. And the main factor is remember the why you're doing this. The why helps you, I'm telling you. So whenever you feel bombarded and tired and you tell yourself, you know what, this is too much, it's too challenging, the why will give you that motivation to stick it out and do it. Make sure your assignments are done on time and not just ignored because of the due date. I have persons whereby, I could write a paper and I will send it to them and they'll be like, tell me what you think. If you had to grade this, what would you say? These kind of things, it helps you as an individual and not just you getting the work, go home, do it and tell yourself, okay, then I have it logged down, that's it. It's nice to have other persons within your circle that you can share it with and say, what's your opinion on it, what you think. So, yeah, that's the main thing I would say.
Awesome. So if I were to summarize your points, you spoke about the why, you spoke about a good healthy support system, you spoke about avoiding procrastination, that is doing your work in advance, and you also spoke about getting feedback from others, which are very positive areas within your study schedule. And I can see why you are succeeding in your program. And also, I can hear the enthusiasm and the love that you have in terms of enjoying what you do. And that's another aspect that you did not mention, but I got
Something
from your energy. That's right.
will drive you. Sometimes
Definitely.
you go into something, someone might, encourage you, oh, you look like you could be a good businessman, you should go into business. But if your soul is not into it, if it's not something you really want to do, the minute time you meet challenges along the way, you won't give it up. But if it's something you personally want, the drive will be there. And the support along with the drive, you're definitely going to get there. And how I just say, you're going to get there in style. So get the drive, do something you're passionate about, and you'll be fine.
So true. Thank you, Catherine. Donisha, tell us, what are the contributing factors for you?
Determination. You have to first be determined and love yourself and be strong for yourself. There are times persons have support from friends and family, and there are times that they do not have that. And if you don't have the support from your friends and family, you have to be your own motivation. That's one of my driven factor is that I'm a very determined person. Also, always stay positive. There are times that I couldn't wait for the semester to finish. I couldn't. And I'm like, what is the mission here? I was like, Donisha, you have to motivate yourself. You know what? You have a whole 2 weeks break. You could do what you want. You have no school. And it's better to work hard and get it over it than have to come back and repeat a course. Group work, when you have a team that has the same dream with you, it is very important as well. There
Yeah.
are times I will stay back in school up until 10, 11 o'clock. We are our friends, and I will play the teacher, and I will teach, help, we all reflect on the stuff that we did, process, especially when it comes to exam. We stay back and we really study to get it. Ask questions. I'm a person, I ask questions. I may ask too much, but I ask a lot of questions and doing research. It really helps you than come into a classroom and just like you don't really know because the teachers do give course line and it's our duty to take the initiative to go and look at the what is the topic is all about. So when the teacher comes, you can put the two and two together. And still, when they leave, everything can be. Not everyone is a fast learner. Some might be slow, but to take the initiative upon yourself brings you a long way. That has been a lot of success. And as Catherine said, don't wait, don't procrastinate. It frustrates you even more, and your work comes out sometimes incorrect. You make sometimes silly little mistakes like simple word subject verb agreements, even a spelling. Sometimes you wonder like, but this don't make even sense just because you are rushing. So it's procrastinating your work. The teacher give you your work, you do it. I do it on time. I even ask the teachers, so is there any upcoming project? What is the topic about so I can start because I have free time, then have to rush when coming down to the deadlines or exams.
Great, Donisha, great. So determination, you have to be determined. You have to know what you want, and regardless of whatever noise that is around you that is not in sync with your energy, you have to avoid it. I also heard you mention teamwork. Teamwork is very important, as you would have mentioned, when the team has the same vision and mission and determination to achieve. And it's really a good practice, as you would have mentioned, to play roles, play teacher student kind of thing. In that way, you tend to explain things better. You placed in a position where you have to do some research and know exactly what you're talking about. And also, persons will ask you questions so you better understand the topics that you are covering. I mean, that's some real positive encouragement for students moving forward. And I do hope that the persons who are listening, that they do take some of these points into consideration. And you mentioned procrastination again. It's a killer, because it actually gives you a chance to avoid giving work that is substandard, or that is not at a level that will best represent you, or the kind of work that you would like to submit, because you would not have taken the time out to actually reread and rewrite. And what I would you have to do is that when you rewrite, you tend to keep making changes, and it gets better and better every time. So you should not rob yourself of that opportunity. If you were to go back in time, any one of you, would you have chosen the same program?
Oh, yeah, maybe sooner. Yeah, most definitely. I have no regrets in choosing it. Maybe I'm just feeling like, why didn't you get this done sooner? Yeah.
Would you say that
I have
maybe sooner, maybe back then you would not have been ready? Catherine?
Since back then, I always be the person where persons might come to, what you feel about that? Have an eye for to spot the injustice in different thing. Want to stand up for somebody, this is not right. You should not be doing this. You understand? So I believe it would have been the same decision. I don't see myself sitting behind a desk, shoveling papers, and the day come. No. I want to be the person out there that will, okay, then make it known. The person that will shine the light on the injustice, the person that going to help somebody, move forward, the person that will encourage somebody, motivate somebody, show them their better self, say, okay, then you can do this. If that person's out there who tell herself, I finished secondary school and I can't go further, and I would like to tell them that yes, you could. You understand? TAMCC is offering a program that fits within your working schedule. So what is this all up? You understand? So don't feel like you're 28, you're 30, and you can't go back to school. Persons have this notion that secondary school is it, and if you didn't do it right after secondary school, you can. That is not true. So I'm living proof that you could. I have two kids, I'm working and I'm at school and I'm pulling good grades. I'm doing fine. So if I could do it, you could do it.
Great. Donisha? Would
I
you?
could not go back in time to do anything. The experience, everything happens for a reason for me. And the experience and the knowledge I need to acquire now is now. If I have changed something in the past, it might as well change the person who I have to meet in the future to give that experience to further them to make a better decision. The people that I've met are perfect in terms of I am supposed to meet them in that period or that time frame. They share the experience, just everything. It is so perfect. I am not going to change anything. The program is perfect for me. The teachers are perfect. Is that you learn whatever mistake, I'm happy to have it so that I can do something better because I know that it happened. I don't know what mind frame I would have been there or what decision I would have made then, but I'm happy that the experience now it has helped me as an individual.
Okay, awesome. Now, if you were to recommend anyone to the present program you are doing now, what will you say?
You have a passion for persons, you want to be in a position to help them and to be in the know how School of Continuous Education at TAMCC could offer that for you. It's a well-rounded course. You learn about human sexuality, introduction, they do statistics. If you're not good in computer, they even have introduction to computer, critical thinking, psychology. It's a well-rounded course. If you have that passion whereby you want to help persons, you want to be in a position to assist them to motivation, even people who want to be motivational speakers could even do this, could even do the associate degree in social work. And with all the different social issues in Grenada, I believe we need more persons with the knowledge on how to understand persons, to relate to people's issue, and to be there for them. So I believe TAMCC is they're doing a wonderful course, and it doesn't just it's not just about the degree, but it's about what it gives to you as an individual. And I can speak for myself, the understanding and the wealth of knowledge that it gives you as an individual, even the way I carry out myself, certain things, the way I view society, the way I react to certain things. It's a well-rounded program, and I'm so grateful for being part of it.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Donisha.
Affordable. I would definitely recommend the SCE program to persons. Is not also working within your schedule comparing to the other universities. It is affordable. Well, as the name says, T.A. Marshall Community College. And you get to sit face to face and it helps you that okay, I don't need to have all this money. I can still get an education that is still same as university standard at an affordable cost, which is very good. And persons are able to, as Catherine said, expose to a lot of different courses that can help them as an individual. As I'm in the business studies, I would recommend the business studies to persons to, to get into the program if they have the business mindset and not just go into a course because then it may seem very easy. Don't do that. I have experience with friends who does that and it did not pay off. Go to something that you have loved. When you're doing something that you love, you get to see the merits. It don't go in one ears and pass to the other there. It sticks with you because you love it and you get to put your all. Yes, everybody do things they expect to get, they want rewards and they're hoping to get, yes, a good job. But when you do things because you love it, you not only get the reward that you deserve, but it shows you do something that is professional. You do it of good heart. You don't just give a lack for a better word any old thing. You put out your all and you see that person see because in persons know when you do a job because you love it and when you don't love it it shows because of our human nature. We express a lot of things through our emotion. As for Catherine speaking, I'm hearing Catherine speak with all her emotion. If Catherine in love her course, you will hear but she speaks with so much life. I would always recommend persons to go to the SE department if they are working and they can't have time to do the full time, TAMCC is perfect for you.
Thank you so much for being on our program. appreciate your sacrifice that you have made to be on the program to progress. And I just want to, look forward to see what will happen after you would have completed your program. I would really appreciate if, you get back to us and give us feedback on how you have progressed, and maybe have you again on our program to hear how, you would have made successes in the future. But I just want to say how much I appreciate your presence, and I just want to wish you all the best. So you can be off of the program now. I know Catherine has to go back, and I thank you, employer, for giving you the time to be part of the program. But before I close the program, I would just like to educate our viewers on the School of Continuing Education. Now, as was mentioned from our guest today, the School of Continuing Education is specifically designed in such a way to make it possible for persons who would like to continue their education and still remain at work. And that is possible. As was also mentioned, it's very affordable. It's a different type of costing as that of the full-time program. However, you pay per course as you go along. And that would assist you in terms of ensuring that you complete your program and you don't have to come up with all the money all at once. It would be a longer period of time, of course, because you still have to complete your not just one. For it would be a 3-year program instead of a 2-year program. And so we want you to be a bit enlightened that we have 3 different schools at TAMCC, not just one. And today we are focusing on the School of Continuing Education. As we have mentioned, it's an area for training. The school offers 10 technical diploma programs. They offer 7 part-time associate degree programs. If you want to know the details, you can contact us at www.tamcc.edu.gd. You can either there, look at our course programs and outlines, and it would give you the requirements for the different programs, etc. Or you can send us an email at info@tamcc.edu.gd or communications@tamcc.edu.gd. And you can also follow us on social media. We continuously post courses that the school offers from time to time that are not constant in the sense that every year or every term these courses are offered, but some of them are offered on our your courses. We want you to continue to follow us so you have an idea what is happening. You can also call us on 440-1389, and someone can also respond to you with your questions. But however, at this time, we ask you to please write as much as possible. You will definitely get a response once you write. At this time, the School of Continuing Education is looking to continue with their courses for the fall semester. They will be starting in September, hopefully in the next 2 weeks. And some of the courses that will be offered are business and its environment, accounting theory, recording and control systems, gathering and processing information, production and operations management, financial reporting and interpretation, Caribbean society and culture, business law, Caribbean costing systems, introduction to social work, introduction to sociology, gathering and processing of information, introduction to social work research, social work theory and practice, Caribbean society and culture, the law and social work, counseling, basic Spanish, business law and practice, real estate law and practice, introduction to legal research and writing, introduction to principles of accounting, gathering and processing information, introduction to computers, and fundamental arithmetic. So these are the courses that will be offered in the upcoming term. If you are interested in any one of those courses, as I mentioned, you can send us an email or you can proceed to apply using our application portal on the website. Remember, before you apply, you need to pay your application fee at TAMCC. Cash office is open on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and you can pay your application fee of $100 and then you can proceed to the website to apply. Any further information, just contact us. Thank you again for listening to our program. Thank you again, Catherine, Julien, and thank you again, Donisha. We really appreciate your experience. It was a valuable program, and I thank you again for your feedback. As we continue to show this program, we will appreciate our viewers to continue to also give us feedback. We thank you again for viewing our program. We take you from where you are to where you want to go. I am your host, Cristina Swan-Awagah.